Oh, okay. Imaginaria. They Orbis Tertius games. They're the ones that made this game. I guess the creator was in Antarctica, so they inspired by the devs' experience living in Antarctica for 15 months. Oh, that's so cool! Hello, everybody, and welcome to Imaginaria. This is a showcase for IGCollective. I got the key from them, so thank you guys very much for that. And I'm not entirely sure what this game is about. I don't even really remember the blurb. I was just so excited to play it. I had it scheduled for a few days, so let's just go right into it. Once I figure out... Oh, there we go. Imaginaria is both a night watch and the night watcher. It is a military term, and supposedly comes from Latin, Imaginarius, relative to a mental figure. Perhaps because under Imaginaria duty, the mind likes to wander too. Here in Antarctica, we do them since the incident, and tonight I am Imaginaria. The incident? I don't mind doing the watch at this hour. I couldn't sleep anyway. Oh, I can click stuff. Oh, is this our room? There's the walkie-talkie. This is my radio. I take it with me all the time. It's the only sure way of being found. There's no phone signal here, and the Wi-Fi works only inside the buildings. When you go outside the station, you need to always take a radio with you, and announce where you go. There's supposed to be a radio person on call all the time to register these movements, but, you know, I don't know, but I have a feeling I'm not gonna like it. Close. Antarctica is cold, and to go outside, you need to get dressed in layers. There is a first layer, or first skin, made of thermal long johns and an undershirt. The second layer is made of thick fleece. And the third layer is water and windproof trousers and jacket. We also have an extra big and puffy feather jacket for the Glacier, which smells really bad when wet. Me, I like to wear these overalls. Ooh. They're warm enough that I only need the first skin underneath in warm nights like this one. They're great for working and walking about, but you can't stay still for long or you get cold. Ooh, yeah, so make sure... Ooh, what do we got here? Antarctica is very dry, so I keep this water bottle in case I need to wet my throat during the night. I keep it far from the door and far from the heather, so the water is cold, but not frozen. That's the best kind of water. I'm guessing that's how we leave, so let's grab everything we can. Is that the water bottle? Yep, that is the water bottle. Hang on. The window is covered with cardboard almost all year round. During winter, it's too dark to see anything, and it helps with insulation. During summer, the sun at night drives me crazy. Oh yeah, isn't it because at Antarctica it's like, there's no sun and then there's only sun? The thermometer says it's only negative 15 degrees Celsius outside. A beautiful night. Whoa, how cold is that in Fahrenheit? Sorry, I don't know Celsius. Oh, it's like 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Jesus. Boots. My feet are always cold, even with these boots and 2 pairs of socks. So why you do 3? I'm ready to go out. Not time yet. I want to look at all your stuff. Water bottle. That. This is my laptop, my piece of home. I'm spending the dead of winter learning pixel art and creating a game engine to make interactive fiction. Either one will be useful. Maybe. The heater keeps the temperature inside above 0. Oh, good to know. Alright, let's go. Every time you go out, you need to get dressed properly and take the radio, even in quiet nights like this one. There was a guy who went out to get some cheese and got lost. They found him the next day, scared witless and with hypothermia, but alive. I saw him during the summer. He told me his side of the story. He went out to get some cheese and got lost. He thought he was going to die. For cheese. I think that's a worthy way to die. Cheese is pretty good. For the Imaginaria, I need to check every building in the station, making sure they're not on fire. This is my satellite cabin. There are 4 in the station. We call them tomatoes because they're red and round. They're made of fiberglass, which means they're very light and cold. During storms, they shake, and so do I. It is not on fire. Oh, that's good. Windows. Covered with cardboard, so no one can spy on me. It's a good idea. Ooh, so pretty. What's that? This hatch lets you get out of the tomato in case it gets buried in snow. Ooh, that's smart. Left or right? Left or right? This way. The cove is frozen. It's been like that for a few months now. You can still hear some water moving under, and when the tide is high, you can see the ice moving up and down. Looks like it's breathing. That's ominous. The moon! I always wanted to be a cosmonaut, but apparently I'm too short. Next best thing was this, so here I am. You gotta settle sometimes. This shack is a little shelter people use when they're loading the fuel tanks. Everything in the station runs on Antarctic fuel, a special mix of jet fuel that can withstand the extreme temperatures. Every summer they have to replenish the tanks to last for the whole campaign until the next summer. The task takes about a day and a night, and that's why there's a shelter. But after that, it doesn't have much use. This is the farthest I can go on foot. There's a few more buildings out there, but I should take the skidoo if I want to check them out. Okay, good to know. So what's that? These metal planks are all over the place. These ones in particular are here to help the amphibian boats get out of the water. But you can find them spread around many stations, put to use in different ways, or just lying about. It's a very Kafkian story. Many, many years ago, some station architect made an order for these things in bulk. For some reason or other, they never arrived, and whatever project they were going to be used for was cancelled. About 12 years later, governments changed, and so did the management for Antarctica. Someone started clearing backlogs, so the planks were bought, and they finally got to the ice. But what for? No one knows anything about them, and the architect has long since died. But the planks are there, in great quantities. The first bad idea someone had was to lay them all flat on the ground and make a little plain runway. After a few crash landings, the runway was dismantled, and the planks started appearing all over the place. Ships take them from one station to another. Some end up here, some further south. No one dares to take them back, in case someone finally remembers what they were here for in the first place. That's a funny story. I'm not entering this thing. It's a T3 trap. Last time I got in, I was with the biologist going for the weekly mammal census. It was very icy, and we decided to stop here to put on the crampons before leaving the station. Inside, we found a bag of cookies, only 2 years past its due date, the good stuff. We ate some and promptly forgot what we were doing. The crampons, the census, everything. After debating what to do, we decided to return to the station. It was no use to just stay here freezing our asses. Luckily, after we got out and slept on the ice a few times, everything came back to us again. We decided to put on the crampons right there on the ice and continue with the census. Here in Antarctica, you get these memory lapses sometimes. They call it the T3 or winter over syndrome. It's quite a weird feeling. Oh, I thought it was funny at first, but now I don't. That's scary. So we go this way now. This is the new biology lab. It was built a few years ago, but it's so badly made it's already sinking in the sand. Oh. Researchers and technicians work here during the summer, processing algae, fish, and the contents of seals' stomachs. It often smells bad, but it's the closest building to the tomatoes, and it has a bathroom, which is nice. Can never say no to bathrooms. What's that? A shovel to dig your way out in case it snows too much. Oh, always good to have. It's not really being used since the summer. All machines are disconnected. Definitely not on fire. Well, couldn't hurt to double check. Just had to make sure. These containers are extensions of the laboratory. The two on the right are pretty old and rusty. The other two are new. New could mean 1 to 10 years old, though. Anything here is labeled as new until something even newer comes around. Boop. This old container is used as a tool deposit. There's all kinds of things in there. Everything old and rusty, like the container itself. Old backpacks, some sleds, ancient clothes no one wears anymore, and preserved animal samples. It should all go to the trash, but the old Antarcticans love to tinker inside when they're here in the summer. Aw. It's like a junk drawer. Inside this container, there's a huge nitrogen machine that occupies the whole room. It makes nitrogen to keep samples frozen while they go back to the continent. My bad. This one contains a whole new lab for a single person to work in, but you can see up to 5 people in there most times. Cramped? This is another laboratory. There's light inside. Oh? Hey, already 3 o'clock? Yes. Still filtering those samples? I'm almost done. What about you? Just starting the watch. Been to the storeroom already? Not yet. Did you want anything? Maybe something to eat? The good stuff. Nothing older than 4 years. I'll see what I can find. Thanks. I wonder who that was. Alright, let's peek at everything. These plastic jerry cans are used for keeping many different substances, and so they have to be properly labeled. This one is for drinkable water, labeled as piss. What's this? Can I drink it? Acetone, be my guest. Sure, glug glug. This is a plastic tablet we use to write things down with a thick marker while out in the field. We clean it with alcohol so it can be reused, but it's stained all over. Field work involves writing down lots of numbers, but paper is not the best material around ice and water. Electronic devices are even worse. Nothing works well when it's really cold. So a plastic tablet it is. Gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, they got the radio. Good, good, good. 3 water filters, but only one is in use. The water goes from the jugs to the water pump and it's forced through the filter, then discarded in the drum. The paper filter is then saved in a little dish with some chemicals. So you've actually been paying attention to what I say? Sometimes. These jugs contain water from the 3 different points and depths around the cove. The samples are taken with a Niskin bottle, which is a sealed bottle on a stick that can be opened and closed from afar. I went once to try and help out with this, but got really seasick. You almost fed the seals that day. Oof. After the water goes through the filter, it's discarded into this drum, and then dropped back to the sea. At first, I thought we kept the filtered water to study or something, but only the paper filters are kept. I wouldn't know what for, though. Don't feel too bad. The previous biologist didn't know either, and it was his job. Oh, God. A water pump. Oh, okay. The thermal breaker switch. Energy is not really stable here, and the machines in the labs are expensive. And you got your radio. Keep your hands to yourself. I wasn't doing anything. I've got mine. Good. Give me a call if you plan to visit our friend. Sure. Alright, bye-bye. I'll bring you back something to eat. If I can. Oh, this is the old lab. It also has an office, a few bedrooms, and a small kitchen. The overwinter biologist lives here. He's always pestering me to come live with him, but I prefer the tomato. I like the tomato too, it's more cozy. Maybe I just think that because I live in a studio apartment, but sometimes smaller is better. More cozy, at least to me. This is a skidoo. We have a few of them around, but most don't work. They're really old, and you can see them in any Antarctica museum around the world. We mostly use them to work on the glacier, but now that it's winter, we keep this one here to move around the station. It doesn't have any fuel. I should get some from the Powerhouse. Alright. This is a warehouse filled with the most random crap. There's helium tanks, old segments of the big dome, a whole portable hyperbaric chamber. construction materials, crates with old forgotten samples. Okay. Everything is turned off. The biologist is in the lab. Nothing on fire. Oh, is the biologist the person we were talking to? Ah, is this the storeroom? This is the main house, the second oldest building of the station, after my lab. It used to be 2 different buildings, mess hall and meteorology office, and at some point they got joined somehow. The result is a labyrinth of hallways and weirdly shaped rooms. Currently, it allocates the main kitchen and mess hall, the meteorology office, a laundry room, and bedrooms for the chief, the XO, and the 2 meteorologists. There used to be a cyber cafe before there was Wi-Fi everywhere on the station. Since the incident, the radio station and headquarters also function here. And there's also the only complete bathroom of the whole station, with a bathtub and a bidet and everything. Ooh, a bidet! Also, what is this incident that they keep talking about? I don't understand. What happened? The kitchen runs on natural gas that comes from these tanks. Oh, good to know. Alright, door. We'll go door. The meteorology office has a direct exit this way. The meteos have to control the weather station every 3 hours. And the weather station is up on that hill. You can see them running up, sometimes in the flip-flops and t-shirt. No weather guessing is done here. The data is only measured and relayed. The office doesn't need to be inspected for a fire, since the meteos are on duty all day and night. And I don't feel like saying hi. But we can go in here. Ooh, this is the mess hall. Fridays we have pizza night. And we also get 1 beer and 1 chocolate. Ooh, pizza. Frozen? It's full of candy that no one wants to eat anymore. I never thought I would get to the point of rejecting any candy, but here I am. Boop. This is the Imaginaria log. I have to sign in on it after completing the watch. I still need to check the new house, the storehouse, the Geodesy project, the gym, the cold storage room, my office, the repair shop, and the incinerator. I could sign now and go back to bed, but the paranoia won't let go of me yet. Maybe in a few more months I'll be fed up enough to do a lousy job. Or maybe don't do a lousy job. That sounds like a bad idea. A little coffee and tea corner we can use whenever we want, though it's used mostly by the researchers in the summer. Most of the winter crew have at least a kitchenette or a stove on our workplaces. Ooh, lucky you. Alright, that's good. We could go this way. That's new. Oh, there's lots of mossy rocks around here. Moss is the only plant that can survive in Antarctica. It grows only 1 millimeter per year. It's really easy to destroy when you step on it, hence the walkway. Oh, what way should we go? Let's see. Oh god, Vladivostok of 17,940 kilometers. South Pole. And North Pole. Oh, good to know. Should we go this way? The storehouse and the gym behind are the last buildings in this direction. Oh, okay. Alright, so, storehouse and gym. We need to get food for the biologist. That's a multi-use building with a small cinema, a gym, and a storage for old equipment. Everything is turned off and not on fire. In summer, I was in charge of the cinema. Friday nights were for fictional films, Sunday afternoons for coffee and documentaries. Running the cinema was a lot of work. I had to do everything from choosing the film to making the popcorn. My films were not very popular, but the popcorn was. One night during a snowstorm, I lost most of the popcorn on the way here from the kitchen. People were disappointed, and many left. Their loss, the film was great. The spy who came in from the cold made me cry and everything. Oh. Alright, in we go. Gotta find some food. All non-perishable food is stored here. A ship comes once a year with provisions for 2 years, just in case. Almost all food arrives past its due date anyway. Most of it stays here for many years, but it's eventually eaten. Alright, what have we got? What's that? It's full of candy. Ugh. Oh, we can go up. I wasn't done looking down there. Hang on. Let's look at everything down here first. You can take whatever you want from the storehouse. No one is going to control you. But you have to write down what you take in this notepad for inventory reasons. Alright? These shelves have everything for snacking and tea time. Sugar, tea, tisane, coffee filters, and there's these nuts. The biologist didn't say what kind of snack he wanted. I could take these. I'll leave it very quick. Nah. Let's see what else there is. I don't know what the biologist likes. I didn't talk to him. Toilet paper and a few boxes of this multi-purpose cleaning product we use for everything. Since the water treatment is not thorough, we can't use anything with bleach or harmful substances. This thing is biodegradable and pretty neutral, but it doesn't do much cleaning. It's like a placebo. This is one of those top opening fridges, like the ones in stores. It doesn't work, and maybe it never did, but it's used to store cheese, ham, and salami. Oh no, that poor guy. He was coming out here for cheese, wasn't it? Alright, I would take some salami if I was the biologist. That's weird. This box is full of chocolate bars. We can't normally take them freely anymore, since we're about to run out of it. Could steal one. No one's going to realize it was me. Take it! The biologist must still be in the lab. I should take this to him. Yes, he'll get some chocolate. These crates have toiletries, soap, shampoo, and toothpaste. If you want anything else, you have to bring it yourself. Behind this door lies the office and the winery. It's almost the only door in the station locked with a key. One of the divers is in charge of running this place. She keeps track of the inventory and rations whatever is in short supply so everyone can have some. Right now it's beer and chocolate. We only receive 1 can and 1 bar per week, on pizza night. That bottle of wine has been in there since the last campaign, maybe even before that. And the window. Through this window you can see inside the office, and the person in charge can surveil the storehouse more easily. Alright, well, they're not here right now, and I got some chocolate. So let's go to the biologist. We can drop it off to them real quick. Oh! This building is called the New House, and it's just a long hallway with bedrooms. It was built at the same time as the new laboratory, and it has just as many problems. I used to sleep here during the summer when the station was overcrowded. We shared a 4-bed dorm between 5 people. Now it's mostly empty, but the bad memories remain. Contrary to popular belief around here, these are not the remains of a whale or a leviathan, or any other single animal, for that matter. These bones were gathered around the island and put together here, as if they belonged to an entire beast. But they're not. It was just someone having a laugh. Well, that's good. Sometimes you need to laugh. We keep glacier ice here, fished from the sea, to put in the drinks. By now it's melted and frozen again, so it's still ice, but a bit more disgusting. A shovel. Another shovel. And, let's see. Oh, we're going in. The room serves as a kind of airlock or antechamber so the hallways don't have a direct connection to the exterior. It's also the place to take off your boots so you don't get mud or snow all over the place. I can see the storehouse and the gym building from here. Oh, we got boots. These boots are gigantic. I can't imagine a human foot so big to fit inside them. Then again, once I found a bunch of guys laughing at the boot they deemed tiny for baby feet, it was mine. Oh no. House shoes to wear inside the house. Most of us have a few, so we don't have to carry them around the station. Oh, and we've got this. This is an anti-exposure or survival suit. We use them when going out with the boats. They're waterproof and they make you float if you fall into the water. They also have a whistle incorporated. They're also full of holes and super smelly. It's a very particular odor that we call suit smell, and sticks to your clothes and hair. Oh no. Or we could go this way or this way. Boots. They probably belong to the nurse. Oh, there's a nurse here. I think this is the nurse's room. Okay, she's not in there. There should be a fire extinguisher inside this box, but it's not here. Uh-oh. That's not good. The chief mechanic sleeps here. Next. Oh, that door's open. I don't know who sleeps here. This is the internet access point for the East Wing. It's high up so no one can play with it. That won't stop someone. This was once a whole kitchen, to be used in case the house got buried in snow. Some years ago, it was dismantled because the station chief didn't want people skipping breakfast in the main house. Since then, it's just an empty room with an electric kettle and some tea bags. Now, when the house gets buried in snow, people just stay hungry until they can be dug out. Oh, that doesn't seem fair. Oh, nothing on fire in here? These huge water heaters provide hot water for the showers and the heating. Empty blue barrels. More plastic crates. I don't know what's inside of them. It's probably not interesting. A handy crowbar. Ooh, it's always good to have a crowbar around. Alright, let's go to the other way. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. This fire extinguisher is past its due date for some years. After the incident, all fire extinguishers were inspected, and we found absolutely all of them were expired. It was already winter, so there wasn't much more to do than write a report about it. Oh. In summer, whenever it rains, a stream runs under the house. It's not supposed to rain down here, but it does. I don't know what the floor is made of, but the constant humidity made it all bumpy. Oh no. This is the internet access point for the West Wing. It's high up, so no one can play with it. Everyone needs to stop messing with stuff. This room is free. Almost no one lives in this wing anymore, besides the divers. The divers share this room. Now that the station is mostly empty, there are lots of free rooms, but they're friends. And they have an 8th generation game console. Ooh. That sounds fun. This is one of the shared bathrooms. It has 4 toilet stalls and 4 showers. The floor is extra bumpy in there, and it's not possible to close the door all the way anymore. Oh, that sucks. This used to be my room during the summer. It's cold and damp, and it was often overcrowded. In summer, people come and go, so I had lots of roommates. After the first month here, I got a terrible cough every time I lied down to sleep. It kept getting worse, and I was coughing all day and all night. Sleeping was hard, but eating was even worse. A kitchen helper, who stayed here for half the summer, used to jump up from the bed to rub tiger balm on my chest. They had a son with a severe asthma, and apparently my coughing was quite triggering. I had consulted the doc a few times, and he said it was all in my head. That motherfucker. In any case, after I left this room, the cough disappeared completely. So, it was either a ghost or mold. Oh dear. Normally I like the top bed, but these ones are too wobbly. I bet. With the bumpy floor. The house has central heating, but since this is the last room on the hallway, the heat barely gets here. Oh, I already clicked on that. Whoop. As soon as I could, I got rid of the second bunk bed and got a desk and chair. I never really used them, but it was an excuse to cut down by half the amount of people that could fit in the room. Smart. A moldy wardrobe. Oh, that's probably why you were coughing. Alright, good. Is that everything in here? Let's double check. Everyone seems to be sleeping. All good here. Oh, never mind. Thank you for not making me double check. Alright, go back. Go this way? Oh, this is the sick bay. The doc lives here, and he hardly ever goes out. I don't like nor trust this guy. Hope nothing serious ever happens to anyone, cause we're totally on our own here. I hope so too. I'm not entering this place. He can burn for all I care. Okay. Okay, obviously they do not like the doc. Alright, let's go to the biologist. Biologist! Are you in here? I forget. Oh, yeah, okay. I think they were in this one? Yes. Back already. I have the snacks. Should I give him the snacks? I have something for you. Thanks, I was starving. Here. You really stole a chocolate from me? I'm touched. Everyone's stealing them anyway. Thanks. You're welcome. Okay, bye. I got you chocolate. Alright, where else do we have to go? This might be a long video. I kinda don't want to stop. Having fun. This building is the Powerhouse. It doesn't have doors, only holes, and it contains the generators. The generators use Antarctic jet fuel to power everything in the station. It's very noisy and smelly. I don't even like walking past this place. Alright, well, you might have to walk closer so we can double check. This place also houses the cold storage, where we keep frozen meat and vegetables. When people die and can't be evacuated immediately, they are also stored in here. We had one dead this last summer. He was in there for about a week. The cook, who is very superstitious, wouldn't enter, so we ate canned food for most of that week. Oh. I mean, I get it, but oh. There's nothing interesting inside. Good, that means no dead bodies right now. The temperature inside the cold storage room is -20 Celsius. Noted. This jerry can has some fuel I can use for the skidoo. Oh, good, take it. What's this? These drums contain Antarctic jet fuel to feed the generator. This is the running generator. There are a total of 4 like this one. 2 don't work at all, but are used to scrap for parts. The other 2 are used alternatively and changed every fortnight. Ooh, smart, smart. This door just opens to the sea. I'm not sure what's its purpose, but I think it has to do with loading fuel from boats. Smart. Alright, now where do we go? This way? Or this way? Oh! The antechamber here is used to keep fresh vegetables and fruit for a while after they get to the station in the summer. They don't last long, but it's something. This year, though, everything came down from the ship already rotting, but we managed to eat some of it anyway. Oh, that sucks. This building is completely empty. These are the Antarctic jet fuel reservoirs. Antarctic fuel is jet fuel prepared to endure freezing cold. Ooh, smart, smart, smart. Ooh, this is the weather station. It's quite old and not at all automatic. The meteo's on duty every day and night, and they have to come up every 3 hours to check the measurements. Sounds tiring, man. This is a rain gouge. I have no idea how it works. It's a long open bottle with an antifreeze substance inside. Every once in a while, the meteo climbs to a ladder and puts a stick into it, then writes down a number. And that's it. This thing is an anemometer, a kind of weather vane to measure the wind. It's badly calibrated, missing the north for about 90 degrees. We've been telling this to the meteos for months now. Showed him compasses and the geodetic data, but he doesn't want to change it. Oh. Get stuck in a routine. These glass balls measure the sun reflection by focusing the light onto a little strip of paper. The intensity is measured by checking how much the strip is burned that day. Ooh, what's that? This little house has a water pump to bring water from a lagoon at the back of the station. This way, we have drinking water most of the year without much effort. Before that, people had to bring ice from the glacier and melt it. Making water was a rotative duty, like doing the cleaning, or trash processing, or Imaginaria. And if you wanted to take a shower, you'd have to fish your own chunk of ice. Oof. There are a few thermometers under this wooden pyramid. I guess they're one of the main elements of the weather station. This is the oldest house in the station, and my favorite place in the whole world. It used to be a summer shelter before the station was founded. Then it became the main biology laboratory. After the old lab was built, it then became a storage, and it helped the CO2 project machines. The project hasn't been running for more than 10 years, but people still call me the CO2 after it. People change every year, but the positions are usually the same. so you become what you do. You can be the doc, the cook, the chief, the meteo, the biologist, the XO, or the CO2. Some years ago, the satellite links were set up, and the seismograph and other projects. That's when the Earth Sciences/Telecom Lab was officially founded, and this year, it's mine. Ooh, badass. There are 2 satellite links that bring us the internet. The oldest one is 256 kb, symmetrical connection, very stable. We use it for the telephone and important projects that send data permanently, like the seismographs. The new one is asymmetrical, with about 1 megabytes download speed, but really bad upload. We use that one for the internet, but it gets clogged every time someone sends a voice message or video. Now it's not so bad, but it's not easy sharing these connections with 150 other people in the summer. Ooh, yeah, that probably would suck. This is the Submarine. It's not really a submarine, just a metal storage unit where I keep the big tools. And it's a big one. Oh, we go inside! Ooh. The thermal breaker for this building. Ooh, I like that music. A shovel to dig yourself out in case the door gets covered in snow. You guys got plenty of these. Alright. Oh, up? Oh! When the station is too overcrowded, sometimes the CO2s sleep here, or when the CO2s are too antisocial. I don't like people sleeping here, but we still keep a mattress for other purposes. Ooh! To the southwest, there's the protected area and the Geodesy project. Antarctica as a whole is protected under the Antarctic Treaty. That stipulates the land can't be exploited or claimed. Only science is allowed here. The Antarctic Speciale project areas are even more protected, and no one can enter without a permit. The one around here starts just after the lighthouse to the west and extends for around 9 kilometers along the beach. There are elephant seal colonies, some fur seals too, giant petrels and penguin colonies, gentoos and adelies. The biologist has a permit to enter the zone, with a +1, usually me. He does every week a mammal census, counting how many seals are in the beach, and which types. I like helping with that job. It's a great excuse for leaving the station for a while. There are not many animals now, but once in the summer we counted over 100 fur seals. Wow, that's cool. To the northeast, there's the glacier. This glacier, as many others around the world, is shrinking rapidly. We keep track of this in a few ways. There's a camera fixed outside this building that takes pictures of the glacier every 3 hours. This project has been running for many years now. An automatic weather station on top of the glacier takes measures on the temperature, wind speed, humidity, and more. And finally, there are 10 stakes planted around the glacier that we check every 2 weeks. We have to measure the height from the ground to a little mark in the stake and take a picture, just in case. The seal is also in this direction. I could pay a visit, but I'll need a light. I think there's one in the office. This radio antenna receives information from the automatic weather station on top of the glacier. This data is also stored to a memory card that we have to change every 15 days or so. Glacial work is fun, but it can get really cold up there. This is a radio antenna that receives information from the Geodesy project. I can go check it if I take the skidoo. Oh yeah, the skidoo. A water reservoir. A rolled up mattress. Okay, nice. Straight. This is a very small WC, almost the only place we can keep properly heated, so we're making beer in it. That'll do it. Ooh, is this a bathroom? Or a server room? The machines inside this rack can handle the server for the station network that distributes the internet to every house. Second rack has some old devices used with an old satellite link that doesn't work anymore. And there's also the voice over IP telephone central. Third rack has the machines for the current satellite links. I was trained to handle this equipment for a total of 8 hours. I'm afraid that it suddenly stopped working. I wouldn't know what to do. Considering I wouldn't be able to check on the internet how to fix it. It's a storeroom full of old machines from long-dead projects. I can see the submarine from here. This machine is the last remnant of the CO2 project. I don't know how it works or what it was used for, but it involves big amounts of isopropyl alcohol that we have stored in the submarines. Is the flashlight around here somewhere? Oh, might be in here. Home sweet home. Crowbar. When it rains in summer, the door swells and it's hard to move. I keep this crowbar to pry it open when it happens. Smart. What else we got? Oh. This hatch leads to a small storage area where we keep rolls of wire, mostly. Boop, 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 boop. This is a headlight, a light you strap to your head so your hands don't freeze that much. I'll need this if I want to go see the seal. Oh, good, we got it. An empty tuna can? I thought we ran out of tuna months ago. Someone stealing shit? This brick on top of the stove helps heat up the place much faster than any electrical heater. A kettle to make tea. There's black tea and linden tisane. Some weeks ago, guests came from another station in a small plane called Twin Otter. There's a runway up in the glacier that can be used in winter when the ice is consolidated enough. They told us in their station all the tisane is lemon verbena, yet another station got all the chamomile. I know exactly how this happened. Somehow it bothers me more than the rotten vegetables. We found this cheese forgotten between two shelves in the storehouse. It's a bit green and mossy, but that only improves the taste. Oh my god. The cheese touch! She has the cheese touch! This computer is old as sin, but it still manages to do what it should. Send data and keep the inventory files. My first duty as chief of this lab is to keep the Earth science projects working all year round. In summer, many researchers and students come to take samples and set up the projects. But then they leave, and only us, the winter crew, stay to keep everything running. Since we're next to the sea, cables and connections get salt buildup, and they often break. Things also suffer from snow, ice, freezing weather, and curious animals and people. My second duty is to keep the internet working, and it seems to be all people care about. Well, that is a very important job, especially in this day and age. Alright, where do we go now? I could go visit the seal. Let's do it. This is the radio station, or what's left of it. It burned down a week after the last ship sailed after summer ended. Is that the incident? We still don't know exactly what happened. It was in the night, and the Meteo gave the alert after his 4 o'clock run. This place was the headquarters, too, and sometime the chief slept here. But that night he stayed over at the main house, because it was too cold. Saved his life, but he lost all of his belongings. His uniform and dress shoes, a toy horse. He cried over that up in my office while we were trying to re-establish the internet to the rest of the station. Sometimes I can't sleep thinking about my office burning down, too. I'll imagine getting out of my room and seeing the pink gleam over the glacier. This is the incident that brought back the Imaginarius. Some people got really upset about them. The cook lost it, and now he does even worse job than before. The doc doesn't even do them. Me? I don't mind the Imaginarias. I'm often restless at night anyway. Ooh. That's why. This burned down and they don't know why. So that's why they have people checking. Since the chief had accommodations here, there was a small kitchen and shower, run with a natural gas. We were scared the gas tanks would blow up, but they didn't. Just in case, we never really touched them. They're still here, seemingly intact. Don't touch them. Only remains the foundation of the building and the external metal steps. Everything else, made of wood and rubber, has disintegrated. Damn. That sucks. At least the chief wasn't there. He was lucky. That could have been bad. Oh, how do I get back? Where do I go? Oh, wait. I think I go this way. Yep, okay, this way. The biologist wanted to come with. Maybe I should call him. Yeah, call him. It'll be safer if we go with someone else. Almost everyone in the station has a radio, so we have a code with the biologist, and he has his radio, I saw it. Pressing the button on the radio makes this little tsk-tsk sound, and he'll know it's me. Tsk-tsk. Tsk-tsk. He'll be here soon. This seal is dead, and it died at the end of the summer. Aww. We saw it crawling this way one time we were going to the glacier. It found this spot and stayed. Next time we passed by, it was dead, but looking just as we had seen it the last time. The dead here don't decompose a lot, and they don't stink either. The skuas did eat the eyes, though. Hello, friend. Did you miss us? Poor little seal. When seals die, the mammals team takes their heads for studying. This crab eater got to keep its head, for it died a few days after the team left the station. Luckily, no one asked us to saw it off. I wonder if I'd do it if given the task. Probably not. This little slope is great to lie down and enjoy the silence. The snow around absorbs any noise that may reach it. Same with the wind. For some reason, it never gets quite here. It's like a vortex, quiet, neutral. And all I can think about is how I don't want to hypothetically saw off a seal's head. I won't do it. What are you thinking? Nothing. You? I was just thinking I'd love to die in this very spot. What? Like, right now? Not right now, when I'm old. It's the perfect place. Okay, but you can't die before the summer. Oh, why not? Do we leave now? See you later? I need to take out the last filter, but that's about it. Sure. I think the only place we have left to go is with the skidoo. So let's go back to the skidoo. There we go. I have a coffee, but they only had small straws, so I have to take the top off. There it is. Should I take the skidoo? Yes. Okay, let's go. I think this is the only place we have left to go. Could be wrong. Hopefully nothing's on fire. This is the repair shop. They fix, or at least try, all the machines that run on diesel. Boats, skidoos, ATVs, even the generators. Sometimes they forget the heaters on, but normally the Midnight Watch would notice. Alright, well, I think we're the Midnight Watch today, so let's double check. A part of the gate was literally cut off because the boats couldn't get through. Oh. Nothing on fire. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, let's go back, I guess. This is the garbage incinerator. It doesn't work very well, so we only burn toilet paper. Everything else gets sorted and kept in these old tanks for shipping back to the mainland. Ooh, all these tanks? Dang. Waste that can't be incinerated, that is, most of it, is sorted by type and put inside these drums. The drums are labeled according to the contents in one of the 4 groups, and once a year they're sent back. Group 1, biodegradable solids, like food leftovers, paper, and wood. Group 2, non-biodegradable solids, like plastic, rubber, and synthetic fibers. The ashes from burnt Group 1 come here too. Ah! Group 3, dangerous substances. This group is further classified in one of 46 types of dangerous waste, and should include also any element contaminated with those substances. Group 4, invert solids. This is anything that doesn't really harm the environment, like glass, metal, bricks, or concrete. The incinerator works at most once a week, and that's when the station is full. The power is shut down. But the thermal breakers here also control the electricity for the Geodesy project that's a bit farther away. After garbage duty every time, they turn everything off, and I have to come here and restart the Geodesy. I've told the nurse, who's also in charge of waste management, many times about this, but he keeps ignoring it. I've put many signs, and even tried to fix the switch with duct tape, to no avail. Some people just don't listen. This is the farthest reach of the station, and it's also part of my domain, the Geodesy project. This lighthouse is not connected to the station. I don't know what it's running on. Never seen anyone do any service to it or anything. There's another one just like it, deeper into the cove, and it's the same there. Wonder what it's for. This is the M rock. It's a rock, shaped kind of like an M. That marks the entrance of the cove. This is the GPS antenna. It receives and sends geolocalization data for geodesic purposes. Geodesy is all about measuring the shape of the Earth and the gravity field. These antennas can only be installed on top of bedrock. I guess it gives a bit more stability to the point in space, but I don't really know the reason. It's like that song, and all this science I don't understand. It's just my job, 5 days a week. In summer, a couple of skuas nest here in these rocks and try to bite me every time I come to check the computer. Skuas are scary. What are skuas? I'm gonna Google that. Skuas. Oh, they're a bird. Oh, they kind of look like seagulls. Oh, there's a picture. Oh no. One of the pictures that they show is of a skua biting a little baby penguin. Oh no. I do not like skuas. I have decided. Doesn't look like it's on fire. Boop. 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 Okay, we got 3 things. The data from the GPS antenna, and it's processed a bit here, and then sent to my office through a radio link. Computers don't like the cold, so we need to keep a heater on at all times in winter. Even in this little shack, this ancient computer receives data from the GPS antenna and stores it locally in its 80 gigabyte hard drive. The data is then sent to the main server in my office, and from there to the Institute servers in the mainland. Every few months, I have to do a backup of the hard drive and wipe it so we can keep receiving data. There's probably a better way to do it than this, but Antarctica seems to be frozen in time, so to speak. Wow, okay, close that then. I think we're good. Alright, let's go. Should I go back? I don't know what else we could check. We've pretty much looked at everything, so yep, let's go back. Are we allowed to go to bed now? I think we finished everything. I don't know where else we could go. At least, I think so. Oh, wait, we need to sign. We gotta sign into that thing. I think it's this way. It's the mess hall, right? We have to sign in. So that they know we did our rounds. I like this music. It's like, that's it. I've signed, and I can go back to bed now. Alright, let's go to bed. This music, it's like very calming. It's like, finished already? That's right, I'm going back to bed. What a coincidence, me too. Why don't you come to my bed instead? It's warm and cozy. I have a heater in my tomato. I was talking about my chest hair. So tempting. Come on, what do you say? I like my tomato, not tonight. I'll ask again tomorrow. Good night, CO2. Sleep well, Mr. Research Director. Research? I don't know why I said it like that. Alright, let's go to our tomato. I want to sleep in a tomato. Not a big fan of tomatoes, but I'll sleep in one. I guess that's it for the watch then. Go to sleep. And good night. Is that the moon? What is going on? Ooh. Oh, I like this music. I keep trying to say why I like it and then I get interrupted. By Mr. Research Director. I just like it because it's calming. It's like a relaxing kind of tune. One that you would hear in like an empty space, kind of like how we are in Antarctica. Everything's a little empty. And that's okay. Oh, we're looking up. Ooh. was that the end of it? Huh. Oh, interesting. I wonder if things would have been different if we decided to stay with him. I don't know. That was interesting. I really liked that. That was such a cute game. I liked exploring around the place, and I liked learning everything that it had to tell us. It was such a charming little game. I really liked it. And getting to explore everything and meeting the biologist and hearing about the characters was really cool. I liked it a lot. That was a good game. That was lots of fun. I had my eyes closed listening to music. I didn't even realize the credits were rolling. Imagineria. Oh, that's such a good game. Oh, I'm glad I got to play it. I would like to thank the devs for sending out keys through IGCollective, and thank you, IGCollective, for giving me a chance to play this. This was a lot of fun. I'm probably just gonna post this whole thing online, just the unedited version. Yeah, probably. Just because this was a lot of fun to explore and see everything, especially with the characters. We didn't even know our character's name other than CO2, but I liked them. They were a good character. And the biologist was pretty cool. But yeah, it was fun. I liked it a lot. I wonder what would have changed. Or if anything would have changed. I don't know. But I liked it either way. It was really good. And I liked the pixel art. It looked really nice. It was a very chill experience, especially exploring everything. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking, notifying that bell, all the whole 9 yards, and check out this game on Steam, support the devs. Thanks again to them and IGCollective, and have a great day.